cross paddle, cross squat, get that inside arm clear, and wrestle into a man. Okay? But otherwise, like the last thing I want to show to have you guys, walk away with, I think the other thing that drives people nuts, and I don't know, maybe Jesse Jansen sent the world back 20 years with his crab ride. People get super, super nervous, right? I said it before that we talked about. The more compact you are, the more powerful you are, the stronger you are. The more extended you are, the weaker you are. That concept holds true on back, not parterre, but top bottom, right? When I have a man, like, how do you see a lot of people get to their leg, get to their claw, get to their calf? It's like a suck back, right? They're back on their haunches. Anthony, oh no! Oh, I get nervous. Okay, at this point, Anthony, he's doing a nice job, he can come there. Or, what a lot of high school, just throw a leg in over the top, they get nervous, and now they're like, oh, slopes. Okay, they got it out, and that leg's in. This is the definition of being extended. There aren't many worse positions for the bottom man than this position right here. Whether you're going to get turned or not. There's an active discipline, right? So we call it an egg drill. When I had Anthony just looking for a handle, the next progression of that drill is throwing in, sucking the guy back, sucking your opponent back. The discipline to keep your knees tight to your chest, to your ribs, is super, super powerful. If Anthony sucks me back from this position, that's fine. He sucks me back, my knees stay disciplined. There's no back points there. I'm going to land, boom, and I can roll through. I'm going to land, just keep get to my sit. I'm constantly looking cross. He's trying to pull me right. I anchor down to come left. He's pulling me left. I'm anchoring down. I'm anchoring right. Popping my hips out. But one of the biggest mistakes that everyone makes, this has nothing to do with age and age. They get sucked back. They get nervous and they get extended. You are way better off using that momentum, keeping your knees tucked to your chest, and rolling through. He can't sustain you and hold you on your back. If there's no separation, there's no backwards. So to me, that egg drill is the next progression. Anthony, just go, a decent clip, and he's looking for handles. He's doing, again, it's the progression. So he's going to be looking for a wrist, claw, half. If he can get an ankle or a leg, no problem. How he's going to adjust now is he's going to throw in that suck back to look for a leg in, to look for me to open up. If he gets me, it's going to be off of one of those extensions, and then I'm in trouble. So again, Anthony's on, he's looking. It's amazing how often that situation happens. He sucks me back, I stay disciplined, and I actually pop out of the hole first and get my one, if I can stay disciplined. But it's that fine, literally a nanosecond of, am I going to stay tight, or am I going to get big? If I get big, he throws the leg in. That's typically what it's going to be. Or Anthony's really good, he's spiking, he's doing a toe hook and spiking me, and getting me extended, and he'll come over the top. That would be the biggest drill that I would think, or exercise that I think you guys can take with you. Now again, conceptually, it's yes, you need your one. I talked before, semi-good coaching or semi-bad coaching. You need your one. You need your one. I know I need my one. You're down by a takedown. You're down by 1 point with 30 seconds left. Jimmy, you need a takedown. Oh shit. Come on, man. I know I need a takedown. So we talk about it a lot what's the next step? That's the coach. That's the coach that's going to be able to guide you through the situation. More than saying the obvious. Your mother can say that in the stands. Your father can scream that in the stands. You need one. You need one. I'm going to start trying now. You haven't been trying, right? So what is it? It's Zach, don't give up a handle, right? When I'm on my feet, just so you guys know where my head's at, we talk about cues. I think, generally speaking, I'm wrestling Anthony. I know he's a single wrist guy. I know I got to keep my wrist straight. I know I'm wrestling Jack's great with the leg. I got to keep the leg out. People don't think the same way on their feet. Okay, so for me, I talk to all my team, our athletes. What is your go-to tie? I'm wrestling. When I was competing, if I got an inside tie, I was going to score. Everything was not I need to get a takedown. It was I need to get an inside tie. If I got an inside tie, I had to based on the reaction. I was going to fake, or I was going to go single. If it was there, I take it. If it wasn't, he pulled it back. I was going to come to the head and snap. Okay, if he reacted there, then I'd come high crotch. Like, I had the script of when I got to the inside tie. I would have you guys think with your athletes, what is your go-to tie? It could be an underhook, it could be a 2-on-1, it could be an inside tie. I would argue that if it's elbow, the best way to get to an elbow tie is actually an inside tie, and then you let them kind of rotate in, and then you're going off the rotation. I would argue that a collar tie is not really a scoring tie as much as kind of a stalling tie, but just think about that. So how do we branch that into bottom? Right? You need your one, you need your one. The reality is you freaking out and exploding off the whistle without good technique, without good positioning, is actually probably going to prevent you from getting your one. You're gonna make more mistakes. So when I'm talking, like, we run a freshman-only practice, and the big part of it is like we're focusing on fundamentals, transition stuff on our feet, but on bottom. Before you can worry about getting your one, you have to worry about not getting up in there. To me, it's that simple. I wish they were taught more in that progression style at a lower level where maybe you guys can help out. But to me, like, this baseline stuff, I'm a Division I college coach. Every single guy on our team is either revisiting this the first month of the season or they're learning it, depending on how far along they are in our program, a newcomer to a senior. I don't care who it is, we are going over this every single year, every curriculum. This is included. When we get stopped, what are we doing? Okay, backing down the matches.